Karmelo Anthony is charged with killing Austin Metcalf by stabbing him in the chest during a dispute over seating in the bleachers at a high school track meet. But even before today's news conference began, there was some tension in the room. Fox 4's Casey Stiegel there when it all happened today. Casey.
Yeah, Heather, this is the first time that we've heard from Karmelo Anthony's parents since their 17-year-old son was accused of stabbing another student to death at a high school track meet in Frisco earlier this month. But before today's press conference could even get underway, a pretty uncomfortable moment when the victim's father showed up and then was escorted out by police. As the media was setting up and getting into place for today's press conference at the Next Generation Action Network's offices, Jeff Metcalf, Austin Metcalf's dad, made a surprise appearance. He told me off camera he wanted to hear what was said and did not have plans to make a statement. Then, in another unexpected turn of events, Dallas police showed up and walked Mr. Metcalf out of the building. Minutes later, Karmelo Anthony's parents, Andrew Anthony and Kayla Hayes, came to the podium alongside event organizer Dominique Alexander. Alexander had this to say about it.
That was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family.
It has been a little more than 2 weeks since police say Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf in the chest during a dispute over seating in the bleachers at a track meet. Austin's twin says his brother died in his arms. Immediately, the case garnered national attention. Anthony's parents wanted to use Thursday's forum to dispel what they characterized as rumors and misinformation being spread about them on the internet.
My 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about.
They say, contrary to what's being put on social media, they have not yet accessed a single dime from the online fundraising campaign, which has yielded nearly $450,000 in contributions from the public.
The claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false.
Through tears, Kayla Hayes spoke about the barrage of threats and harassment her family has endured.
My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to.
Family advocates also questioned a recent decision made by the school district.
Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Karmelo Anthony from school 1 month before his high school graduation.
A spokesperson for Frisco ISD tells Fox 4 they can't comment on the specific case due to privacy laws. However, if a student is accused of a serious crime, the district looks at the case and decides whether they should be disciplined, adding if they've completed the requirements to graduate, they may do so early, but they're not allowed on district property. So the atmosphere at today's press conference was rather controlled. We were initially under the impression that Anthony's parents would be answering select questions from the press. That did not happen. Only prepared statements were made, and then it was all over. Steve.
All right, Casey, a couple questions. Was the murdered student's father, was he disruptive? And by that, I mean, was he saying things to make everybody uncomfortable, and that's why he was removed? Or what do we know about that?
No, he didn't say a word. In fact, I watched him. He sat there quietly. A couple of reporters went up to him and started asking him questions, but he said that he was not preparing any kind of a statement. He wasn't planning to talk. He said he simply wanted to be there to hear what was being said.
All right, I could only find one instance of a charged murder suspect wanting to walk in his or her graduation, complete school, that type of thing. It was a North Carolina case, 2016. He didn't walk. Did you get the idea they're going to press that issue, the family?
They were just pointing out the fact that Frisco ISD, they said, was rushing to judgment and wasn't giving him due process in terms of he has been charged with the crime, but he has not been formally tried and has not gone before a jury of his peers. So Frisco ISD says, though, that if a student is accused or charged with a serious crime like he was, that the district reserves the right to determine what type of disciplinary action will be taken, and that if it is expulsion, that they're still allowed to graduate. They're just not allowed on campus. In other words, they can't participate in the commencement activities.
Got it. All right,
Steve.
That's Casey Stiegel in downtown Dallas tonight. Casey, thank you.